Hey guys, this is Evan from Easy Origami, and today I'll be teaching you how to fold an origami Niji star designed by Usman Rosidi. This model requires 8 square sheets of paper. Each unit is folded from 1 square, and I recommend using 3-inch squares to fold the units. Using 3-inch squares will result in a star about 5.5 inches wide. And I'm going to be using larger paper with color on one side and white on the other just to make it a bit easier to follow along. And once you've prepared your paper, then we're going to start with our first square with the white side up. And then we're going to fold in half diagonally. So take this bottom right corner and fold it up to the top left corner. Align the corners and the edges. Then make your crease. Then we're going to rotate the paper so that the long edge is held vertically on the left. And now we're going to fold over this top edge and align it with the left vertical edge here. So we just want to lift up a single layer of paper and we want to pull it over to the left. Then we want to start at the top of the model and work our way down until the white edge is completely aligned with that colored folded edge. And you're essentially creating half of a kite base. So once both edges are completely aligned, then you can make your crease. And from here we're going to fold over this top edge and align it with the white folded edge that we just created. So we're going to start by lifting up a single layer of paper, and then we want to pull it over to the left. And again we want to start at the top of the model and work our way down until the colored edge is completely aligned with the white folded edge. So once both edges are completely aligned, then you can make your crease. And then you can unfold. Then we're going to turn the paper over from top to bottom. And we're going to make a valley fold along the crease that we just unfolded. So we're going to lift up the right side of the paper, and we want to fold it over to the left along that existing crease. Just like this. And now we're going to fold up this bottom corner and align it with the top corner. So we're essentially folding the entire model in half. So just pull up the bottom half of the model. And once the top and bottom corners are aligned, then you can make your crease. And once you have this, then we're going to turn the model over. And now we're going to do a squash fold. So we simply want to lift up this top white layer of paper, and I think it's easiest to push your finger inside to slightly separate the layers. Then we basically want to pull the white layer of paper down as far as it goes. And you'll see that the paper kind of wants to squash into place. So what we want to do is align this white edge with this colored vertical edge here on the right. So we just want to push those white layers over to the right like this, and we want to align both of those edges. I like to start at the top and work my way down until both edges are completely aligned. Once everything is aligned, then you can make your crease, and you'll actually be creating 2 new creases here. And then we can turn the paper over. And now we're going to fold over this left edge and align it with this horizontal crease on the bottom. So what we want to do is lift up this top white flap, and we want to pull it over to the right. You'll see it actually reaches a point where it doesn't want to go any further, and that's where we want to start our crease. So we're essentially going to align this colored edge with this horizontal crease on the bottom. So I like to start at the left and work my way over to the right until the edge is completely aligned with that crease. And once everything is aligned, then you can make your crease. And once you have this, then this is one completed unit. Now you must fold 7 more. Once you've folded all 8 units, you're going to need 2 to start the assembly. Then look at one, and you'll notice that it has a white flap here on the bottom, and if you lift up this colored layer on top, you'll see that there's a hidden pocket inside. So once again, we're going to take our second unit, and what we want to do is insert this white flap on the second unit inside of this hidden pocket here on the first unit. So we're going to do that by lifting up both units, and then we want to slightly rotate the second unit. And then we're carefully going to bring both units together while inserting the white flap from the second unit inside of the hidden pocket on the first unit. So you just want to slide both units together as far as they go, just like this, until they're completely aligned. Then you can fold the colored flap from the first unit back down, flatten everything out, and then you should have this. As you can see, this colored flap from the first unit extends past this white edge here on the second unit, and basically what we want to do is mount and fold that flap behind. So you carefully want to mount and fold that small flap of paper behind, right around that white edge. Then you can release that layer from underneath, but you still want to keep that corner folded in, because you want to tuck this colored flap on the first unit inside of this white pocket here on the second unit. So we're going to tuck that small flap inside, just like this, and then you can flatten everything out. Once you have this, then you can turn the model over, and you can see that this white flap on the first unit extends past this folded edge here on the second unit. So basically what we want to do is mount and fold this flap around the folded edge. So again, if you lift up both units, I think it's easiest if you lift up that white flap on the second unit ahead of time. So you just want to mount and fold it behind, just like this, along that white folded edge. Then you can flatten the model out, And that's really going to lock the two units together. So once you've done that, then you can turn the model back over. And now you've connected the first two units. And now we're going to add a third unit the same way. So we're going to slightly rotate the first two units like this. And again, what we want to do is insert this white flap from the third unit inside of the hidden pocket here on the second unit. It's a little bit trickier to see, but the pocket's in the same place as it was on the first unit. So we're going to do that by lifting up all three units, and then we want to slightly rotate the third unit like this. Then we carefully want to slide the third unit's flap inside of the second unit's pocket. It's actually easier to look at it from underneath, but you basically just want to slide that flap inside of the pocket as far as it goes. Just like this. So you want to slide the second and third units together until they're completely aligned. Again, you can see this colored flap on the second unit extends past this white edge here in the third unit, and we just want to mount and fold that small flap of paper behind. So we're just going to fold it back like this. Then you can pull that layer out from underneath, and you want to make sure that that corner is still folded in. So you just want to tuck that flap inside just like this. You can flatten everything out, and then we're going to turn the model over. Again, you can see that the second unit extends past this folded edge here on the third unit. So we're going to lift up all three units. I think it's easiest to slightly open up the pocket on the third unit, and then you just want to tuck that excess flap of paper inside. So you just want to mount and fold it behind just like this, and that's going to hold the second and third units together. Once you've done that, you can turn the model back over, and now you've connected the first three units. And now we're going to add a fourth unit the same way. So you want to slightly rotate the first three units, and from here we want to insert the fourth unit's flap inside of the hidden pocket on the third unit. So we're going to do that by lifting up all four units, and then we want to slightly rotate the fourth unit. And we carefully want to bring the third and fourth units together, just like this. I think it's easiest to see this from underneath, but basically you're inserting the fourth unit's flap inside of the hidden pocket on the third unit, just like this. So you want to slide both units together as far as they go, just like this, until they're completely aligned. Again, you'll notice this colored flap on the third unit that extends past the white edge on the fourth unit, so we just want to mount and fold that small flap of paper behind. Then you can pull that layer out from underneath, and you want to keep that corner folded in. Then you carefully want to tuck that flap underneath this white pocket here. So you just want to slide that flap inside, just like this. And then you can flatten everything out. Then you can turn the model over. And you can see that this flap on the third unit extends past the folded edge here on the fourth unit. So we're carefully going to mount and fold that flap behind. And that'll lock the third and fourth units together. Once you have that, then you can turn the model back over. And now you've connected the first four units. And now we're going to add the remaining four units the same way. And as you continue adding units, you'll start to see that they'll overlap with the first one. So what you want to do is just keep adding units on top of the old layers, and that'll make it easier to lock them together at the end. And once you've added the eighth unit, then the last step is to connect the first and last units together. So what you'll need to do is carefully pull the first unit's flap out from underneath. So you just want to pull it out on top like this. And then you want to slide the flap inside of the eighth unit's pocket, just like we've been doing. Just like this. So you want to bring the first and the last units together as far as they go. And don't worry if some of the other flaps came undone. You can just tuck those in as you go. And then we're going to connect the first and last units the same way we've been doing. And once you've connected the first and last units together, then this is the completed model. I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial on how to fold an origami Niji star designed by Usman Rosidi. Feel free to upload photos of your completed star to the YouTube gallery on my website to be featured here in my next video, or simply upload your photos to Instagram with the hashtag EasyOrigami to be featured here as well. Also, be sure to check out Usman's Instagram for more of his impressive work. I'll post a link in the video description below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And of course, subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.